This is the 2005 Toyota Highlander. For my channel, I'm going to be doing something just a little bit different. I'm going to be doing car review. Heck yeah. Let's get right into it. Now, I first want to talk about the looks of the car. It just looks like a normal SUV from the mid-2000s. But, I don't know, I'd say it looks pretty good. Being it a Toyota, seems Japanese. The Japanese do know how to style their cars. They also know how to make engines, which I will show right now. Now this car has a 3.3 liter V6 gasoline engine, which does have some oomph. It's got some power. It's not gutless at all. Anyway, since this next portion will take up quite a bit of the video, let's move on to the interior. This is the key that would come with your 2005 Toyota Highlander. As you can see, it's very simple. Nice Toyota branding, a lock and unlock button, and a panic button on the back. Absolutely nothing too special, everything you'll need. Inside the 2005 Toyota Highlander. Now, the actual interior itself is pretty standard. It's not very bad looking, but I'm not going to say it's very interesting. Since all the seats are gray, and because it's an SUV, there is quite a bit of space in the back. Anyway, back to the front seats. Now, for me to use anything in this car, I'm going to have to start it. There you go. And turn the dials on so we can see everything. Steering wheel feels good. Not too fat, not too skinny steering wheel. No media or any control buttons on it. Just a simple steering wheel and a horn. I'm not going to honk the horn because in this particular car, the horn is a little high pitched. We move on to the center console here. And here's a little center display to show the time. Here is your hazards. Nice big button there. Here we have your temperature controls. Here we have how much air you want to be flowing. So low, low, medium, high, medium, max. You got your hot and your cold. Then you got where you want the air to go. So here it's on feet and face. It'll come out of these front vents here. This defrost, and this only the face. Now we move a little more down to your radio and media controls. Push the little volume button in, turn it on. So the radio is pretty good. You got a little line alarm clock style screen right here. You got your different presets, sets of different things. You got your AM, FM, tape, and disc. This does have a tape deck right here. You also got a CD track right here. These are balance modes for left and right. That is bass, treble, and then balance. And that's it for the center console. Now, as you would expect for an SUV, this has a fully automatic gearbox, no manual mode. What this is the low range gearbox. But that's it. Just park, reverse, neutral, drive, second and third for low range. That's all you get here. And right beside the driver, you do get some storage for change in here. You get some more storage for other things. And further back, you get a bit more storage for your masks and other things. Here we are in the back seat. I know it's dark outside, so you can't really see much. But it's got a pretty good amount of room. A fairly tall, maybe 6.5 foot person would be very comfortable back here. Want to say hi to YouTube? Oh. And now you have the very back hatch. There is, as you expect for an SUV, quite a bit of space back here, and folding down the seats would give it about as much space as a little truck. Seatbelt. I'm just driving around a parking lot here since I don't have my driver's license. Driving the car, it's pretty nice to drive actually. For being a medium-sized SUV, this car does not feel big or even medium-sized. It doesn't feel like a bigger car. It feels kind of like a big sedan almost. So driving this car is very nice to do. Almost so that I actually kind of want one. So driving this car is almost a delight actually. So you remember how I said this car has some pretty good oomph? Now I understand that this car is by now 15 years old. The kilometers are almost 317,000 kilometers, and the car still feels like new, and I really mean that. Let's see what it'll do. Now, I'm not saying you should go drag racing with this car, not at all, but if you and your friends, say, are at a stoplight, and as a joke you decide to race each other, this car wouldn't do so bad. But again, I'm not telling you to go racing with this car because quite obviously that is not what this is meant for, but the power is there if you ever need it. Anyway, conclusion time. This is a very nice car. I would almost say that this is a good first car, because I mean it is Toyota. It'll last forever. It's all right on gas actually. It's got lots of space if a teenager would need lots of space in his or her car. Yeah, it's a fairly good car. Nice to drive. Decently powerful. It is an SUV, you get tons of space, and it's a very comfortable car as well going on the road. Yeah. I guess that'll be all that I'll include in this car review. Anyway, I will see you all later, whenever my next video will be. I have had a couple of good suggestions for videos. Yeah, anyway, I will see you all later. Goodbye.